Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. If this is your first time on this channel, you are very welcome. And guys, for all of you that left a comment on the last video, thank you. I absolutely love to hear from you guys, and honestly it's just so soothing to know that, you know, the content that you put out helped someone. So thank you so much for viewing the last video, and especially for leaving a comment. And so as we move to today's video, I want to chat with you guys about 5 things that I am so glad I knew before I got married. So yeah, let's get into this chat room. Alright, so number 1, marry the person for who they are now. Don't marry them for what you think they will be. Don't marry them for the potential you think they have. Don't marry them to make them into a version of the person that you think that you deserve or you will love. Marry them for who they are now. Now, I say that because marriage does so many different things to different people. Sometimes it changes people for the good, sometimes not so. And so if you go into marriage expecting that this person is going to become the preferred version of themselves that you expect them to be, then chances are you are going to end up pretty unhappy, especially if the rate of change is not to your pleasing or is not in the direction that you had anticipated. So to kind of avoid all that unhappiness of this person just not becoming the ideal version of your husband, marry someone who is the version of your husband now. Marry the person that you love now. And with that said, when you do appreciate the good that they have now, even if in marriage like things kind of like, you know, get a bit rocky, you will be happy with the person that you are with. And that is very important, because none of us have the ability to change a person, okay? Even if you marry them, don't think you're gonna marry them with the idea that you're gonna change them. You just don't have that power, and so live with that. I came in knowing that listen, I do not have the power to change this man. I am marrying him for who he is now. So if you know those little habits that he does that you don't like cool, and then just focus on the things that you do love about him that he does. Marry the person for who they are now, not tomorrow, not 30 years from now, not that idea that you have of them. Marry the person for who they are now. Now, I say that knowing very well that we are also there for our partners to encourage them to be a better version of themselves. I mean, then why else? Especially for us as helpers. Like, so you see the potential in the person and you believe in them. That's not to say that you don't believe in who they can become, but in looking at them, you do not pressure them to change to suit your idea of the husband that you had. So yeah, be happy with what you got. If you are not happy with what you're getting, sweetheart, then just pause that wedding. Marry the person for who they are now. The second thing I am so glad I knew before I got married is that I needed to be handy. Like, I needed to be handy around the house. I need to know how to do certain things. So yes, you need to know how to do the house chores. You need to know how to clean. You need to know how to cook. You need to know how to take care of your home in a very good way. Like, in as much as you can hire as many maid servants as you can want. There's just certain things, sweetheart, that you need to be able to do. And I am so glad I knew that like way ahead of time, because it has not been a shock. I mean, when I remember like when mom used to make us do stuff like be like, why we do this, why we do this, and I'd be like, one day you will have to, you know. And I'd be like, mama, that would be my home, you know, and how I run my home is how I run my home, and how I do my thing is how I do my thing. But sweetheart, mama's lessons are important. I am so happy. Mama, thank you. I am so glad I know how to take care of a home. Yeah, I know how to cook, I know how to clean. I am so glad, and you will be too. You will thank your mama. You know, sometimes I see how I do stuff and I'm like, hey, Yay! I caught on to mama's lesson. So yes, I am so glad that I am handy. Yes. So like, if you're out there and you know you want to get married one day and you want to build a home, just start to learn different things, start to learn new recipes, start to learn how to clean really well, like start to learn how to make a bed really nicely, all those little things, how to fold a towel really cool, like they help. And yeah, like yeah guys, I am so glad. I remember like my mom, if you on pocket money, she would make us work. Like you worked for your money. So, and that helped me, and you know that helped me have this culture of being able to work. So it's really important, and I'm really glad that I am actually handy and I know how to use my hands, I know how to clean, I know how to cook. Important. In as much as you can slay that wig, sorry, this is my hair. Sorry, this is my hair. In as much as you can slay and you know have them eyebrows on fleek, sweetheart, you need to be able to bring out a good dish in your home. And trust me, even you will be happy with yourself, like, hey, I know how to wipe this thing, you know. So like, I am super happy that I learned how to be handy. Yeah. Number 3, I am so glad, like I knew that disagreeing doesn't mean arguing. Or rather, that you guys have a different perspective on the same thing doesn't mean something isn't okay. Doesn't mean, oh my gosh, I made a mistake, I married the wrong person. And like in the beginning, I remember like when we had our first disagreement, oh Lord, I was like, gosh, maybe I made a mistake. I was just there, I was all over the place. I was like, maybe I made a mistake, you know, maybe I married the wrong person. Maybe I should have waited a little longer. Maybe, and you know, all those questions start to come to your mind, like perhaps I made a mistake, what have I done? I invited 700 plus people to come to, you know, to this wedding, and here I am now, and this marriage is like but hey guys, listen, 2 people who grew up in 2 probably very different backgrounds, even if they were similar, you were just not raised the same way, coming together to make a home. Now that is gonna take some patience, that is gonna take some grace, that is gonna take the 2 of you working hand in hand, and with that might come some disagreements. And you guys need to just work together to see how you're gonna sort it out. So don't start to act frantic or start to get scared like, oh, I think I made a big mistake. No, calm down. It's all right. No, sweetheart, you are not filing for a divorce. You will be fine. Just start to work together. Remember, you guys are building a home, so you have your foundation, which is Christ, but now y'all need to layer those bricks and build this home together. So yeah, like it doesn't mean you're in the wrong marriage. No, it is all right, you are okay. Just go on out and sort that stuff out. Number 4, I am so glad I knew that I needed to be patient with myself and, you know, just cut myself some slack. So like, you get married and you come into this thing that you ain't never been in, like all your life. It's the first time you're a wife. So you've been sister, you've been daughter, you've been friend, but guys, like this stuff comes with no prior like experience. So cut yourself some slack. And coming in, like I had to tell myself, this is new ground, new territory, so cut yourself some slack. There are some things that you might not just deliver 100%, because well, you're still learning, you're still new to this thing. So 6 months in, I am so glad I knew that. Otherwise there would have been moments where I'd have been like battering myself, like, how is it that I'm not getting this right? I feel like maybe this is something that needed to come with me being a woman, being a girl, but I just can't seem to figure it out. What is going on? You know, you can get yourself into that area, but coming in, I was just like, yo, shower myself with so much grace. Yeah, I do that a lot. Like, okay girl, you made a mistake here, but hey, it's only been 6 months. I can afford to cut myself some slack, learn, read, ask, like, hey guys, how do we do this? Like, I am so quick to just get help wherever I feel I need help, because this is new. This is new. I remember when we were getting counseled, like before the wedding, someone said, you know what, in life you go through the thing before you get the certificate. Like, so you study first at university for 4 years, 5 years, 7 years, and then you get the certificate. But with marriage, day one they give you a certificate. And I mean, it's also just like an act of faith, like, hey, I can do this. But with that said, like, I came in like ready to cut myself some slack. Like, I can do this. I am learning. I can do this. And also because I am quite a strong personality, if I might say, coming in, like, I knew there were certain things that I thought maybe, you know, these things have been sorted out, but then like you come in and then you start to see, like, this thing is like a mirror, and you start to see yourself and your personality, and you know, watch it come out like Hulk sometimes, and you know, you look at yourself and like, ah, did I do that? Me, the nice Christian girl, how could I have done that? But yeah, you do it, and then you just, obviously he needs to forgive me, but I also need to forgive myself. Like, I also just cut myself a whole lot of slack. Yeah, I do. I just cut myself a whole lot of slack. Like, be good to yourself, be kind to yourself, don't be hard on yourself. You're new to this thing, so it's actually okay. Okay, number 5, I am so glad I knew that one of the qualities that a good husband needs to have is, well, a good spouse really, is someone who believes in you, who believes in your dreams, who believes in what it is you want to accomplish, and is willing, you know, to support that. And so number 5 is that I am so happy that I knew that that was a quality that I should be looking for in someone who I was going to spend the rest of my life with, someone who believes in me. And so, like, coming in now, I see that it plays a very, very important role, because it's really just the two of you for quite a long amount of time. And you look at this person, like, obviously if God has told you to do something, you're gonna do it, but they are like the first place that you go for affirmation, for encouragement. Like, when they have your back, you know that, you know what, I think I can do this. I think I can do this. And like, in times when you're doubting yourself, this is the very person who kind of like, you know, gives you that push and says, hey, you got it in you, you can do this. So totally, I am so glad that this was a quality that I looked for in the person I decided to marry. And like, his input is so valuable to me. Like, I value it so much. I didn't realize that at the time, but yeah, I really value his input. So like, when you decide to get that partner, I really feel like this is a very important quality that you should be looking for, because if all they do is bring you down and trample on your dreams and make your dreams seem so unrealistic, then you will have to fight so many battles in the mind, battles with the person on the other side of the bed, like so many battles just to achieve your dreams. So I am so glad I knew that I need someone who is gonna support my dreams, mainly because, yeah, I kind of know that I am a little bit out of the box in some of the things that I want to do with my life. So having someone who believes in you, who believes in what it is you want to do, is like the cherry on top of the cake. It is absolutely absolutely necessary. I mean, a lot of people do go on and overcome those challenges of having no one believing in their dreams, but like, you don't have to go through that when you do have someone who believes in your dreams. So yes, I am so glad I have met this one person that absolutely believes in my dreams. All right, so that's it. Those are the 5 things I am super glad I knew before I got married. If this video was helpful, please do remember to leave a comment down below. And if you're married, maybe you can share with us some of the things you wish you had known before you had gotten married, or some of the things you did know which have been helpful while being married. I am super excited to hear from you guys. Please remember to subscribe if you haven't, and give this video a thumbs up, share it as much as you can, and see you